In this video, we will see how to work with the Polyhaven asset library. So we did see that here into Polyhaven website, we have some HDRIs, we have a lot, as you can see. You have some textures, okay? As you can see as well, we have a lot here. And you have some objects as well, some models that are already ready to use as well. So as you can see, there are a lot of things here. If I just go, for example, into the nature, you will have very nice objects that are already prepared to make some creations for environments or things like that. So let's go into that. You can see that there is an add-on here. This add-on you can download it by going to the Blender market. It will cost $30, sorry. And yeah, but as everything is CC0 into the website, you can download this without paying. I honestly, for the price and what it will give you as an help, I really recommend you to pay for this add-on because it's so useful. And look at this, you have 800 HDRIs, you have here 600 textures, and you have almost 400 really professional models here. So this will be again a savior of time here for your projects and what you want to do with Blender. Very, very powerful, very professional. So I cannot recommend to not pay this add-on because they put a lot of work into that first. And it's the way that they add more. You can see that, for example, here, if you go into HDRI, you see that a few are blurred and not ready yet. It's here, you can see about the support. Before there was a little slider here. No, it's not here anymore. So yeah, you can see that it's because you add more financial things into that you will have the possibility to have it from here. So they wait until they have enough support, and after they can work on new textures, on new designs or things like that. Okay, so that's why it will be almost non-fair to not participate about that. But if you can really not pay this add-on, you can go there. You just click here into this address here, make a right click over there, and you just download the zip file. Okay, it will give you a zip file that you can install directly. So let's do that together. Okay, let's go there and download the zip here. I will have my download manager that will manage this, and then after here I will have a zip file into my folder. Okay, so what I can do with that, I can just go into Blender now, in edit preferences. You just go and into the add-on section and go into the little arrows here in install from disk here. And now if I go into the download section, I will have the polyasset main.zip. I install this from the disk. I wait a little and I have Polyhaven assets, as you can see. So it will download directly here, everything into an asset library named Polyhaven. Okay, so for example here I know that I have already an asset directory, so I will just go into file path here, add a new directory. So here for me it's just into this folder that I will have assets over there, and the name has to be perfectly the same. So okay, so you go there, you call this one assets Polyhaven, so it has to be this folder that will have you put it everywhere into your computer, it will work, and then after it they will download all the resource from the website. So I add this asset library, okay, and maybe I call it Polyhaven. No, it needs to be Polyhaven, sorry. So I remove this one, add a new one, okay, and call it it's that one, Polyhaven. Yeah, and it has already the assets for me because I did download already, I did use already this, and now it's finished. Don't forget to save your preferences. I save preferences, and now I'm happy. Now I can go into this folder over there into asset browser. You can see that it starts to update, and now I can go into my Polyhaven section, and you can see that I will find all the HDRIs directly here. So imagine the gain of time, you have everything there. And what is good is this, you don't have all the options that you have with the HDRI here, the easy HDRI add-on, but you have already some. Like for example, let's take just a little model here. I have some models too, so let's go into models, and I will just add maybe a statue, this marble bust here, over there, okay? When I add and that it's a collection, don't forget to remove the instance and add it into the center over there. Like this, it will be well centered, okay? So you can see that you just have this object with a texture here, so nothing, so works perfectly. And now if I want to add an HDRI, I just click and drag into the world, and you can see that I have my HDRI that will work perfectly directly into it. So how easy is that stuff? Now you can go here into the nodes into this, and you can play with the rotation if needed, okay? You can play with the strains in case you need more strains. You can play with the warmth if you want something that goes more to the red, or decrease if you want something that goes to the blue. For example, it can be useful, and you can play with the tint as well. Okay, but yeah, it's you don't have all the options that you have here. Like for example, in Easy HDRI, you have the possibility to hide behind, so it's always interesting to have. You can create your own folder. You have a lot of possibilities there. When you did create a world node and everything, you have more possibilities, but honestly, sometimes just this works perfectly. And yeah, you cannot choose the size of the texture. So let's come back with the texture behind us. You can see that by default, it should be 2K maybe for the, yeah, I would say 1K or 2K for the background, so it will not be perfectly sharp. So if you want something really sharp, you will have to download the 8K or the 16K, but you cannot do it from the add-on. But already, look at this. Everything is well organized. You have the indoor section, you have the artificial light, natural light, studio. Into the outdoor, you have the nature, the skies, the urban. Everything is already here inside Blender, nothing to do. So honestly, it will be almost unfair, like I told you, to not pay a little. So I show you how it works to have it free, but honestly, please make them a support if you can. I know that sometimes it's not possible, but if you are really in 3D and that use this a lot, and if you gain just a little of money with that, please give them a support for that. So you have all the furnitures here, okay? You can see that you have a lot already. So it's a little old style. That's my only let's say criticism into that. But yeah, very good stuff over there. You have some industrial stuff here. You have some lightings over there. You have some nature props. So look at this. you can just add a tree very easily into your into the world, just like that, and you will have it very easily. And look, it's detailed, it's realistic, it works pretty well, and all the assets are very well done. And sometimes you have some grass into it too, so it comes with it comes with some particles into it. And so let's say you have this object here and you have the particle system that is here. Okay, you can add a particle system like this into whatever object. Let's go into a monkey, for example. Okay, and you would like to add this particle system into that. So it's called particle system. You add a new, and now you go to particle settings and you take that one, and it will appear directly into your object. So sometimes can be useful to play with that, to add some grass somewhere or something like that. Anyway, we will explore particles more into the next chapters. So here, as you can see, you have a lot of stuff that you can use. Some rocks, some parts maybe of mountains, if you want to put in the background or things like that. Some rock face here. So you see everything is well organized inside nature. You have the ground covers, the plant, the pots, the rocks. And you have the props here that you, for little decoration that you can add. And you have some textures. Like for example, let's add another object. Let's remove this background that it's a little disturbing over there. Okay. Maybe we can add a new object, like for example here, let's add a monkey, let's say, or maybe just a plane, just to show you the result here. And you just have to click and drag and it will show directly the result. So very easy. Okay, some are already with the displacement value. So if you add a modifier, generate subdivision surface into it with a simple and add some subdivision, you can see that, and I will add more subdivision to it inside edit view like this. So you can see that now you will even have the surface that will move directly, okay, and it will work with rocks, for even better with rocks. For example, let's go with rock, or maybe terrain like that. And if you click and drag just like this, it will take some time to handle, and maybe the strength of the area rock is too strong. So you go to shading here and you just go, it's simple materials that exactly the same that we did use, as you can see. And when we did create some textures, some shaders, sorry, with texture sets, so you can go into this video if you don't understand that. But if you did follow this video, it will not be complicated for you, and you just play with the scale here over there. Okay, so maybe something like that will be good. And look, you have all the rocks that goes outside directly. Very, very realistic. Directly, just click and drag into it. So that's why it's really a powerful tool here that you have in your hand to create nice details directly. You have some plasters, you have some fabric, some bricks. As you can see, easy to use, click and drag, what I can tell, easy. If the size doesn't look like you want, you just can go into your shader here and you play with this value, the scale value. If you increase that, okay, you just click and drag and you take 3 at once like this. If you increase that, it will multiply the number of textures, so 5 times here. And if you decrease that, it will just make something bigger. Okay, zoom into it. So yeah, 50, it will repeat too much, but 5 looks still good. Okay, so that's why it's very good to have this Polyhaven. Actually, I use it always. So don't hesitate to make the same over there, and don't hesitate to make a little support if you can to their website. Usually I don't tell their things to support whatever, But yeah, it's so much stuff for free that it will be unfair to not support them. So that's it for this video. As you can see, this asset here, this asset brother over there, it's a very powerful tool, and actually quite simple to use, but I really wanted you to know how it works, how to create your own, how to use the folder when you receive a folder from internet if you buy one. So like this, you know how to know that, and how to use this with BaggerPy and with Polyhaven as well. So it was important for me. Like this, you will save time, and when you work with 3D, it's sometimes very time consuming to make a project. So yeah, if you can have something quicker, it's always good. So that's why I wanted to share this with you. And we will go into the next chapter for the next video. The next chapter will be about the essential add-ons that are available in Blender for free. I will not cover everything there because, as you can see, into the preferences, there are a lot of add-ons here. You can go into the website Blender extensions for that to discover that, but we will see that into the next chapter and into the next video.